three of us eat and tell stories half the night. Okay, half. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, JJ. Subject.
20 of us.
All 20 of us. Okay, 20 of us. Okay. Subject. Verb.
Eat and tell.
Eat and tell. Okay, so what's the formula? SVV. All of you can follow? Okay, alright. Okay, let's move on. Number 7. He never gets tired and is always the last to go to bed. Donghu. Subject. He. Verb.
Never gets tired.
Never gets tired. And one more. Is and is. Okay, it's a linking verb and is. So what's the formula? SVV. All of you okay? Can understand? Alright, let's look at number 8. On his last birthday, my brothers and I gave him a present. Jason, try.
Subject is my brothers and I.
Okay.
Verb is gave.
Gave. So the formula?
So SSV.
SSV. All of you okay? Okay. Right, number 9. We all put our money together and bought him a video game system. Austin, subject. We. Verb. Put and bought. So formula? SVV. Is that okay? Alright? Okay, next. Now he wants us to come over to his house every weekend. Ian? Subject? He. Verb? What's that? Once. Anything else here? That's it. So, what's the formula? SV. Is that okay, all of you? Okay? Okay? Alright? So, that's done. Very good. Okay, let's look at still simple sentences but subject verb agreement. Alright? Sometimes the English language can be a bit confusing. Alright? So, let's get this correct. Okay? Subjects and verbs must agree in number. Okay, my sister, singular, so is married. My sisters, say you have 2 or 3 sisters, plural, so are married. Okay, my brother and my sister. My brother is singular, my sister is singular, but you put singular and singular, they become plural. So my brother and sister and my brother and my sister are single. Is that okay? Why are here? Is that okay? Is it okay? Practice. Is this right or wrong? My parents once made to be an accountant. Right or wrong? Wrong. Why? Because my parents is plural. Okay? Unless you say my parent once made. That means you're talking about your mother or your father. Or maybe you're from a single parent family. Okay, can you understand now? My parents is definitely plural. So want me. So once is wrong. Okay. I wish to be a lawyer. Right or wrong? Right. We play badminton every Wednesday. Wrong. Because we play. Economics. Economics is an easy subject. Right or wrong?
Right.
It's right. Because economics is singular even though it ends with an S. Alright? People suffers when inflation is high. Wrong, because people is plural, so it's suffer, not suffers. Is that okay? Alright? Okay, let's look at prepositional phrases in the subject-verb agreement. Some students make mistakes in subject-verb agreement when the subject has a prepositional phrase following it. For this reason, you should learn to recognize prepositional phrases. A prepositional phrase, what is a prepositional phrase? It is a group of words that begins with the a preposition. Example from, on, to, after, and all that. And ends with a pronoun, noun, or noun phrase. Alright? That's a prepositional phrase. All of you know that. Alright? Prepositional phrases express time, place, possession, and some other things. A prepositional phrase usually tells where, when, how, why, and or whose. Example of preposition. Oh dear, there's a wrong spelling. P-R-E. Can you correct that? P-R-E. Prepositional phrases. From Mexico City on January 1st. To my best friend by bus after her. So they start with a preposition. Alright? So that's the prepositional phrase. Is that okay? Alright? Let's move on. In the morning, two of my sisters around the room because of the weather. Around the room. Can you actually make a sentence with this? Around the room because of the weather that is. He was walking around the room because of the weather and looking at himself. Maybe there was an error. So it's not correct. Okay? Maybe you want to cancel this at himself. Just cancel that. Just cancel that. He was walking around the room because of the weather. Okay, a prepositional phrase may come after the subject of a sentence, but it is not part of the subject. Therefore, you should ignore it most of the time when you're trying to decide which verb form to use. Okay, this is very interesting. One of my sisters, many students would write up. Right? But actually the subject is one of my sisters. Always remember, never say one of my sister. One of my sisters. One of the many. You all know that, right? Yeah? So one of the boys, one of the girls, one of the students, one of my lecturers. Is that okay? We're talking about many people, but one of them. One out of many. Is that okay now? Alright? So you have to be very clear now. The subject is one, not my sisters. It's one of my sisters. So one is. Jason, okay?
Yes.
Okay? The subject is one, which is singular. Okay? Here are some other examples. Singular subject. One is a musician. One of my brothers is a musician. Neither of my parents. Not one of my parents. Neither. Alright? So it's still singular. So neither of my parents is living. Alright? Some people say, neither of my parents are living. They followed the parents, but they forgot neither means out of two of them, one. So both one of them are not. Neither of my parents is living. That is, both of them are not living. Is that okay? You can understand that? Yeah? Alright? Much is it? Much is singular or plural?
Singular because it's
Much.
count.
But it is uncountable, uncountable. Many is countable. Much is uncountable. Uncountable nouns take the singular form. Correct? Yes or no? Alright, so that's why we say much is spent in the library. Much of my time is spent in the library. Each is singular. So each of my brothers once. That's why the S is in once. Each. Is that okay? So it must be very clear. Right? Either. Do you say either? 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 Either. You should say either. Okay. Either of my sisters. Either, that means you have two of them. So between these two, one of them is able to babysit for you tonight. That's why that is. Is that good? Is this confusing? Or Steve? Is it okay? I understand. Okay, plural subjects. Both. When you say both, that means two of them. So that's why are. Both are teachers. Both of my parents are teachers. Several. Several, is it countable, uncountable? Several. Countable. And several means not to one. Definitely more than one. Several. Is that okay? So several of the teachers, so that's why speak. It's plural. So several. Speak, no S. Is that okay? Yahoo, okay? Let me just finish one more small section and then we take a break. Just this section. Just before the practice. We do the practice after. Okay? Unfortunately, telling a singular subject from a plural subject isn't always easy. A few words can be either singular or plural. That's the problem in English language. Some words can be singular, can be plural. Right? So that also we have to know. In these cases, like the word these, is it singular or plural?
Plural.
Plural. Singular would be this. Yeah, T-H-I-S. Plural is these. That's why we don't say case, we say cases. In these cases, you must refer to the noun in the prepositional phrase. Examples of these words are uncountable nouns such as money. Okay, uncountable nouns, you see, our understanding money in our culture is countable. Yes or no? In our culture, our understanding money is countable. But in English, money as a collective noun is considered uncountable. Dollars and cents, countable. But money, collective noun, uncountable. Similar to hours, minutes, seconds, countable. But time, uncountable. Is that okay? Yeah, so we have got money, time, ice, water. How do you say this word? Water. American. Water. British say water. Alright? Sugar, etc. Alright? All these are uncountable. So some of the money, alright? Even though some is it countable or uncountable? Some?
Uncountable.
Both. Some of the sand, some of the boys. It can be countable, it can be uncountable. Is that okay? But determining the word